Good morning, folks, and welcome back to Wishwell Farms for the start of another week. Ready to do it all again. And this one's starting out to be a wet one. It's currently about 7:45, and my employees should be rolling in here any moment. It's been raining for several hours. It was raining when I woke up. It is going to be a soupy mess out there picking today, but the harvest must go on, rain or shine. So we're gonna have to put on our rain pants and our boots to go out and pick some sweet corn. And then we have a pretty big cantaloupe harvest today. And of course, zooks and cukes, you can't put those off, as well as cantaloupes. They have to be picked Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Sweet corn, you know, we can adjust our harvest depending on the mud and the rain, but being Monday morning, we need a fresh pick to get this trailer on the road to our satellite location. So as soon as everybody arrives, we'll be heading out in the fields and getting this work done. Now, while us guys are getting wet and muddy, the girls get to work in the comfort and dryness of the barn and the greenhouses. They're gonna start off picking the greenhouse tomatoes. We're in our final week, maybe 2 more weeks, but this is gonna be the last good week, big week of picking greenhouse tomatoes before we move exclusively out into the fields. So the girls are gonna be dry for the most part, but then they will have to come out and help us pick cantaloupes because I think it is gonna be a pretty decent sized pick today. So they will at least be getting wet and muddy feet. All right, we're getting ready to start our sweet corn harvest for the day, and this might be a first. I don't know if I've ever had 8. Is there 8 of us? Plus me, that makes 9. So what we're gonna do is I have the same variety on both sides of this drive trail, so we're gonna pick 4 rows on each side. We'll get it done quick today. I miscounted, there's only 8 of us counting me, so 3 on each side. I'll be the cleanup guy, checking things, and Gavin's driving. Taking it up the barn to get her packed up and in the cooler. Pretty good cantaloupe picked again today. We ended up getting 6 bins. We're in the process of getting them washed right now. If you're wondering how many cantaloupes 6 bins is, it's approximately 500 cantaloupes. Cantaloupe were pretty dirty today after all that rain in the middle of the night. And early this morning, just like always, we're sizing them into 2 sizes, jumbos and medium large. The variety of cantaloupes we grow are Avatar and Aphrodite. We used to also grow one called Verona, which is one of my all-time favorites, but they discontinued offering the seed. Beautiful looking cantaloupes, really good size for the most part. A little bit of cucumber beetle damage here and there, but not too bad. Guys are just coming up with the cucumbers and zucchini. Looks like a pretty good pick. But they're dirty. Let's get them sent through the washer. We were needing cucumbers pretty bad. Fortunately, the second planting has kicked in pretty good. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tubs. Not too shabby for only the second pick. You can see how dirty some of these are. We'll have to send them through the washer pretty slowly. And Monday's zucchini is always a little bit on the larger size since we don't pick on Sundays. They still look really nice. Just a little fatter than normal. There's what I really like right there, that nice banana size. All right, all the produce has been put in the coolers. All the employees have went home. It's 11:15. Feels good to have everything done early. And I'm getting ready to head in to have an early lunch and probably sit down at the computer and do a little editing on these farm YouTube videos. So if you've ever wondered, what does a farmer do when it's too muddy and wet to do anything in the fields? I could be cleaning and organizing my barn. I could probably work on some irrigation, machinery maintenance. I mean, the list is a mile long of things that I could do to keep myself busy. But this is one of the benefits of being in business for yourself and being your own boss and setting your own hours. I'm gonna take the afternoon off. I'm really excited about having a few hours of downtime to do what I wanna do. I'm gonna rest, I'm gonna edit, maybe plan a backpacking or kayaking trip here in a couple weeks. It's coming up soon. Maybe answer some comments. I got plenty of things to keep me busy, but it's gonna be easy work and enjoyable work. It's not gonna be slaving away, sweating my butt off out here in the fields. So we're gonna give that a break for a couple hours, well, the rest of this day, and we'll come back tomorrow morning and hit it hard again. Hopefully watermelons and field tomatoes. All right, here we go. Watermelons, tomatoes, and peppers. We got a good crew to help out today. All right, we're out here in the tomato patch. Normally we use 3 or 4 people to pick these 3 rows, but everybody was able to be here today, and we decided just to keep everybody together because no one really likes picking field tomatoes. So all 9, 10, whatever it is out here, are working together. We push wheelbarrows down the aisleways. I got a person on each row on both sides. It is a little bit overkill, but this will make the process go quick because this is not pleasant picking conditions today. The foliage is wet, the ground is muddy, but we have to get the tomatoes off the vines because next week, or about 10 days from now, there will be thousands of tomatoes to pick and we won't be able to keep up. So we're picking anything with color. We'll separate them into 2 different colors when we pack these before putting them in the tomato cooler. I was just out here last night and the ground was solid. I can't believe how muddy it is. We obviously got more rain than I thought. I would love to put this off for another day or 2 and wait for some dry, sunny weather, but we have watermelons, more cantaloupes, zucchini and cucumbers again, eggplant, lots and lots of sweet corn. So if it doesn't get done today, most likely we're gonna run out of time to get it done later this week. So Tuesday's the tomato day. The early ones tend to ripen inside the plant and down low in the plant. So there's a nice cluster right there. So we have to make sure we lift up the vines and dig our hands down in there right at the base of the plant to get the ripe tomatoes. Oh, there's a nice one. I wish they all looked like that. Oh, it's got one little blemish on it, but it's still a pretty darn nice tomato otherwise. As you can see, we are harvesting in a field of morning glory. We fight morning glory really bad every year. You can see all the purple flowers in the watermelon patch, which is where we're going to be moving to next. And another train, of course. Cantaloupe patch, they're pretty thick down there, but they're mostly picked. But they like to grow up with the tomato plants and wrap around the stakes and tangle up in the plants. It just gets to be a big mess. Morning glory are not something I plant. I've been asked if the morning glory have been planted. No, they're just an invasive weed species that carries over year after year after year because it's hard to keep them from going to seed or getting them out of here before they go to seed. It's going to be a very small pick today, and we're picking pretty light. We're getting the dark ones out of here, obviously, and some of the lighter ones. It's easy to miss them. They're hidden way down deep in the plant. Row 2 seems to be the best so far, coming up here anyway. I think I have about 5 or 6 varieties out here. I don't remember all of them off the top of my head. I will throw them up on the screen right now, or I'll put them down in the description if you're curious of what they are. But I'm excited to pick the watermelon next. I checked them last night. There's a lot of cucumber beetle damage, unfortunately. But we try not to spray a lot of insecticides, so that's gonna happen from time to time. But there are some ripe ones. They're not real ripe, but we gotta get started today because we need some watermelons for Thursday, hopefully. We'll see what it's like once we get out there. But first, they're gonna knock out these tomatoes and then move over to the bell peppers. We need 24 tubs full of bell peppers to get us through the week and weekend. And then we'll go head over to the watermelon patch next. Like I've said in prior videos, the peppers are absolutely amazing this year. Big, thick-walled, blocky, healthy peppers. So the guys and girls should have no problems getting the 24 tubs of peppers that we need. Unfortunately, the tomatoes are terrible right now. I thought there was more out there. They're breezing right through them. We're only gonna get a couple tubs, and half of them are small, ugly tomatoes with splits and cracks from all these recent rains we had yesterday and last night, 2 days ago and last night. But that's the way it goes. Farming is not always perfect and easy. Picking in this mud is not easy. So I gotta head up and finish packing this trailer for our satellite location, and then I'll be down to film a little bit of this pepper picking because a lot of people, and myself included, love the sound of snapping peppers off the plants.
Wait, Brad, when's the pizza buffet?
Wednesday. Who's good tomorrow?
Pizza buffet?
Yeah. Which one? That boys? What a ripoff. Breath pizza? No! Evan.
Oh wow, look at those.
Wait, you came for pizza? Wait.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Daniel, does it fit? Like, all we have to do is take a bite or get
No, you have to eat the whole thing.
Did I just hear a habanero eating challenge? Ooh. Gosh, these things are just loaded.
So good.
These will all start turning red here in a couple weeks. They're not very snappy today because of how wet they are, I think.
I feel like in one of the videos we just need to go up.
Oh, you're too full. Are we done? Time to load them up. All right, we're all finished picking our 24 tubs of peppers. We're gonna load them up and take them up to the barn, get them washed. I'm gonna have the girls wash and pack the peppers. I'm gonna take the guys down with me to sample some seedless watermelon. All right, we're out here in the watermelon patch for our very first seedless watermelon harvest of the year. We have some full-size watermelons here. There's a nice one, but these are not ready, and I'm going to show you why. So coming off of the stem, where it attaches to the vine, there's a tendril. See that little curly tendril right there? It's green. That tendril needs to be brown. And then the other thing we look at is the underside. That's some cucumber beetle damage right there. They've been gnawing on the rind. But see the yellowing right there? It still has kind of the greenish white stripes going through it. That needs to be a solid yellow, like a nice buttery yellow. So those are the two things we look for to know how to harvest them. Then we just pop them off the vine and take them to the outside row and line them up. So here's a melon. It's kind of a medium-sized one. There's the brown tendril. See that? The GoPro doesn't focus real well close up, that's for sure. So this one should be ripe, but I roll it over and there's no yellow on the bottom. But that doesn't always necessarily mean it's not ripe. It could have been growing up here and rolled down. If they roll during the growing process, they'll never get a yellow spot on them. Let's cut this one open and see what it looks like. I think this one's probably going to be unripe, but let's test it out and see. Nope, it was ready. Just barely.
Did you have a question?
Just right here, Brett.
Yes. Nope. We'll sign this. Yeah, you want it.
That one was barely there. Still very good. Probably needed just a couple more days. All right, I got a nice ripe one here. Here's the tendril, nice and dry, and I turn it over, and there's our yellow belly. We're gonna cut this one open, and everybody's gonna sample it. Oh, it was a beauty. Look at that. Let's cut a bunch of slices for everybody.
Good.
Not the best, but decent. They're getting there. This is the best part of watermelon picking right here. Tasting all the red, succulent, juicy watermelons. All right, time to get back to picking. Well, unfortunately, we did not have a good watermelon pick. It was pretty much a waste of time to go out there. We might have gotten one bin full. I didn't even load them. We're just gonna let them sit out there because I don't need them right this minute, but we'll load them tomorrow when we pick up cantaloupes. I think they just need another week. Today's July 30th. I've never picked watermelon in July in my entire life, so I had a feeling it was gonna be too early, but I was hopeful because I'm sick and tired of buying southern watermelons because they're expensive. So I will definitely show you guys a good watermelon harvest once they're ready. It'll probably be sometime next week. Unfortunately, we did not get the harvest of watermelons and tomatoes that I was hoping for or expecting, but we did get an amazing harvest of bell peppers right here behind me. We picked 24 tubs. They are absolutely beautiful, and I'm thinking here in another week or two, they should start turning red. And once they start turning, we will pass those up when we go out to pick our green bell peppers and let those continue to turn all the way red. Red bell peppers are in huge demand at the farmers market, so we always let a good portion of our patch go from green to red. I don't grow any other colors anymore. I know some of you are probably wondering, why don't I grow orange, yellow, purple, white? There might even be black, I can't remember. But there's a whole slew of colors of bell peppers. We used to grow all those, but to simplify things, we decided just to stick with green to red bell peppers. The watermelons probably need another week, and the tomatoes. It's always about August 10th before both of those crops really hit hard. And like I said, it's only July 30th. So another week will do wonders for those. We did get one tub full of canning tomatoes. Some of them aren't completely ripe, but these would kind of be our cosmetically challenged, secondhand tomatoes, scratch and dent tomatoes. Great for people who want to can tomatoes. We have quite a bit of demand for those, and people think we have those already because we've been picking our hydroponic tomatoes. But I usually can sell those at a pretty good price, But once we start getting our canning tomatoes out of the field, we will sell those for probably $35 to $40 a bushel, something like that. So we will move quite a bit of canning tomatoes out of the field. It's about 11 o'clock, and I think we're gonna head in for an early lunch. And then I just gotta come back out after lunch around 1 o'clock to pack a truck for the Hilliard Farmers Market. It's a suburb of Columbus. That one leaves around 2 o'clock. But I can't really head out and then do any work in the fields because it is too muddy again with all that rain we got last night. But I'm sure I'll find plenty to do around here to keep me busy. This is where we're gonna wrap this one up, folks. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the content, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I hope to see y'all again real soon down on the farm.